Can I pull it off? I don't know. Honestly, I've never been more tempted to keep a mustache in my life. Yeesh. I don't know about this. Can I pull it off? I don't know. There, honestly, I've never been more tempted to keep a mustache in my life. What do you think? Maybe next year we'll rock the stash. I don't think my wife would approve, but I'm tempted. There's nothing like the loss of a beard that just screams turkey, gardening. It is time for the 2021 season to start, and I'm super excited about the future and reminiscing a little bit about the 2020 season. So 2020 had its issues, but 2020 was equally exciting in my opinion. I had my first child. I saw a ton of really cool stuff out in the woods that I've never seen before. I met a ton of really cool people, and on top of all that, I learned a lot. I learned that filming while hunting is incredibly difficult. So moving forward, things are going to be changed a little bit in that regard. Hopefully I won't put myself in situations like I was with the crossbow deer and the 308 deer. Those terrible shots, I think, were largely due to the fact I was filming and hunting at the same time, and my small little one-track mind can only process so much at a time. And when you add camera equipment and audio equipment on top of the hunt, I got in a state where I wasn't thinking properly. And when those animals come in fast and you got to make those split-second decisions, I really need 100% of my brain to be thinking about the hunt and not so much on my equipment, trying to capture it for you. I'm not going to stop filming. I just think I'm going to approach it a little bit different and make it more manageable for me to do both with the attention on the hunt and the animals that they deserve. I feel horrible about both of those situations still, and I want to say that I can't say I won't be in those situations again, but next season I definitely want to put 100% of my brain where it needs to be during those shots. Something else that I learned in the 2020 season was that I need to scout more birds. I've been incredibly lucky with the private land access that I have, and I've been getting a little too comfortable with that, especially when things like the weather changes and the birds are gone. I kind of default back to those same locations because I know them really well, they're comfortable, they're relatively easy to access, but if the birds aren't there, then why am I spending my time at those locations? So I need to hit the road more. I need to find where the birds are, where do they like to go, where do they like to hang out, and how can I access that field, whether it's asking for more permission or finding some public land options. But literally all of the brand new species I've seen this year, including teal, specklebellies, redheads, ringnecks, mergansers, pintails, I've seen so many birds that I've never had land on my property, and I need to get in front of those birds more. I am dying to see a pintail out in the woods during season. If I could take a crack at a pintail, I would just be over the moon. So the only way that's going to happen without relying on friends and family to scout the birds for me is to just get out and do it myself. So 2021 goal, scout more birds, find them yourself, Chris. Get it. Put your feet to the road and just get out and look. one of the awesome guys I met this year told me he scouts way more than he hunts, and it's obvious because he knows exactly where the birds are. He's the one that found the speckled bellies and invited me to that hunt. He's the one that found some of the redheads and told me where to go find them. So I want to start doing that myself. I love the people I met. I really hope I keep meeting some really awesome people like you guys watching this video. I never would have met these people if it weren't through this channel. So thank you so much for entertaining me, for being willing to invite me out and just to sit and have coffee with you guys. I love meeting all of you. And again, thank you so much for all the advice, for all the comments and recommendations you guys have been making. I love all the feedback. So I never claimed to be an expert. I think I said that at the beginning. But I do want to teach a little bit. I do want to share my experiences, and if I can avoid these mistakes again or avoid them in the first place via your feedback, I would be ecstatic. You know, it's one lesson that I don't have to learn the hard way, which is super cool, and nobody likes learning the hard way. But so cheers to the 2020 season, and I'm just freaking excited about the 21 season. I'm really excited to see what's to come. I'm really excited to see how these lessons learned are going to pan out in my experience. And we'll hit the road running, and we'll find more birds, we'll have more adventures, and I'll be filming it all for you guys. So stay tuned for all of that to come, and thanks for tuning in.